Parade Commander, now seeking permission
अलंकरण
for
समारोह
commencement
और
of
आपके
the
अभिभाषण के
investiture
लिए
ceremony.
तैयार है श्रीमान।
परेड कमांडर ग्रुप कैप्टन सागर मधुकर परांजपे वायुसेना मेडल द्वारा वायुसेना अध्यक्ष एयर चीफ मार्शल आर.के.एस. भदौरिया से अलंकरण समारोह की अनुमति प्राप्त की गई।
देवियों एवं सज्जनों, अब वायुसेना अध्यक्ष के द्वारा युद्ध सेवा मेडल, वायुसेना मेडल गैलेंट्री, वायुसेना मेडल, विशिष्ट सेवा मेडल एवं यूनिट प्रशंसा पत्र प्रदान किए जाएंगे।
Yuddh Seva Medal is awarded for distinguished service of a high order during war, conflict or hostilities. Air Vice Marshal Sunil Kashinath Vidhate, Ati Vishisht Seva Medal, Vayu Sena Medal. Group Captain Yashpal Singh Negi, Vayu Sena Medal, Vishisht Seva Medal. Group Captain Hemant Kumar. Group Captain Hansel Joseph Sequeira. Squadron Leader Minty Agarwal.
Vayusena Medal Gallantry is awarded for individual acts of courage. Group Captain Pranav Raj. Group Captain Daler Singh Billing. Group Captain Rajesh Agarwal. Wing Commander Amit Ranjan. Squadron Leader Pankaj Arvind Bujade. Squadron Leader B. Karthik Narayan Reddy. Squadron Leader Shashank Singh. Squadron Leader Ninad Anil Mandavgade, posthumous. Receiving the award, Flying Officer Vijeta Tiwari. Squadron Leader Siddharth Vashisht, posthumous. Receiving the award, Squadron Leader Aarti Singh.
Vayu Sena Medal is awarded for individual acts of exceptional devotion to duty. Group Captain Subhash Singh Rao, Vayu Sena Medal. Group Captain Satish Kumar Gupta. Group Captain Anirudh Nandan Karulkar. Group Captain Rohit Vijaydev. Group Captain Prabhat Malik. Group Captain Kosana Rama Rao. Group Captain Girish Dantade. Group Captain Tarun Gupta. Group Captain Prem Anand. Group Captain Sumit Garg. Group Captain Parijat Saurabh. Group Captain Samit Gupta.
Vishisht Seva Medal is awarded for distinguished service of a high order. Air Vice Marshal Daljit Singh. Air Vice Marshal Shanmuga Sundaram Anandan. Air Commodore Vijay V. Joshi. Brigadier Sanjay Mathur. Air Commodore Neeraj Nainwal. Air Commodore Anuj Gupta. Group Captain Badapalli Ravi Satyanarayana Raju. Group Captain Ashish Srivastava, Vayu Sena Medal. Group Captain Himanshu Gopal. Group Captain Arindam Lahiri. Group Captain Yashpal Singh Negi. Group Captain Nitin Yashwant Patil. Group Captain Mantha Srinivas Rama Mohan. Group Captain Yogesh Kalyan Dikshit. Group Captain Arvind Thakur. Group Captain Vikram Singh.
Group Captain BSV Rao. Group Captain Tushar Agrawal. Group Captain Tarun Desai. Group Captain Deepak Ahluwalia. Group Captain Jaswant Patel. Group Captain S. Vinay Kumar. Group Captain Ajay Rana. Group Captain Raji Ranjan. Group Captain Samrat Dhankar, Vayu Sena Medal. Group Captain Achan Pillai. Group Captain Shankara Subbu Siddharthan. Group Captain Anupam Banerjee. Wing Commander Arun Singh. Junior Warrant Officer Kumar Chandrasekhar. Chief of the Air Staff will now award the unit citations.
'30 Squadron. Number 30 Squadron, also known as the Rhinos, was raised in Tezpur on 1st November 1969 and was the first squadron to be equipped with the MiG-21 aircraft. In the Eastern Air Command's formative years, this was the only supersonic squadron and was entrusted with flying training role. The squadron was number plated in 2002 and resurrected in 2004 at Pune with the multi-role fighter aircraft Sukhoi 30 MKI. The squadron proved its mettle during the 1971 Indo-Pak War and contributed immensely to its success. The Rhinos have since then stood true to their motto of boundless valor. This squadron was the first Sukhoi 30 maritime squadron of the Indian Air Force. The squadron has exhibited its prowess and garnered laurels during various exercises like Exercise Gagan Shakti, Vayu Shakti and Akraman. The squadron further participated in Exercise Indra along with the Russian Air Force contingent and also the live firing of BrahMos in April 2019, which has proven to be a strategic weapon in the arsenal of the Indian Air Force. For their exemplary achievements in the operational role while displaying exceptional professional standards and striving towards achieving the directives of the Indian Air Force, Number 30 Squadron is awarded the Chief of the Air Staff Unit Citation. Number 30 Squadron. The award is being received by the Commanding Officer, Group Captain Parminder Antil and Master Warrant Officer Rajaram Yadav.
'81 Squadron. 81 Squadron, the Sky Lords, was raised on 1st June 2013 at Air Force Station Hindon with C-17 Globemaster III aircraft. Since its inception, the unit has been instrumental in innovating tactical employability, thus bringing a paradigm shift in Indian Air Force's transport operations. The squadron has displayed true jointmanship and professionalism in various Air Force exercises and also participated in Exercise Red Flag with the United States. The squadron plays a major role in support of the Indian Army and Union territories of J&K and Ladakh by carrying out annual air maintenance tasks. The youngest transport squadron swung into action with Elan, bolstering India's strategic outlook by undertaking overseas missions to Tajikistan and Rwanda. During Operation Megh Rahat, the unit responded swiftly and provided immediate succor to the distressed citizens of Kashmir amidst flash flood in 2014. The squadron flawlessly executed high-risk missions to COVID-19 epicenters of Wuhan in China and Tehran in Iran, resulting in successful mission accomplishment, thus remaining true to their motto, Saksham Sabal Sarvatra, for its immense contribution towards air maintenance operations, humanitarian assistance and disaster relief operations, strategic airlift missions, and enhancement of operational capability of the Indian Air Force. 81 Squadron is awarded the Chief of the Air Staff Unit Citation. Number 81 Squadron. The award is being received by the Commanding Officer, Group Captain Pranav Sisodia and Master Warrant Officer Anand Prakash Tripathi, Vayu Sena Medal.
Aircraft and Systems Testing Establishment. Aircraft and Systems Testing Establishment, also known as ASTE, was initially formed as the Aircraft Testing Unit in 1948 to flight test and accept the Indian Air Force's first fighter jet, Vampire. The scope of tasks of the unit were further expanded and it was reorganized into its present form as ASTE in September 1972. The establishment also undertakes training of test pilots for all three services and flight test engineers who form the core pool of expertise to undertake testing on all platforms, not only in the Indian Air Force, but in Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, National Aerospace Laboratories, and Defense Research and Development Organization as well. Alumnus of this unit, Wing Commander Rakesh Sharma, created history by being the first Indian in space. Presently, the experimental test pilots are undergoing astronaut training in Russia for the prestigious Gaganyaan program. The establishment has been actively involved in indigenous design and development projects related to HJT-16 Kiran, Chetak, Cheetah, Light Combat Aircraft Tejas, Airborne Early Warning and Control Aircraft, Civil Aircraft Saras, and HTT-40 Basic Trainer Aircraft, to name a few. For the noteworthy contribution of this establishment in developing and evaluating new aircraft, along with integrating new weapons and airborne systems on various platforms, thereby enhancing the overall operational capability of the Indian Air Force, ASTE is awarded the Chief of the Air Staff Unit Citation. Aircraft and Systems Testing Establishment. The award is being received by the Commandant, Air Vice Marshal Jitendra Mishra, Vishisht Seva Medal, and Master Warrant Officer K.S. Sangwan.
Air Force Central Accounts Office. Air Force Central Accounts Office, popularly known as AFCAO, was initially established in Bombay on 1st of Jan 1945 by transferring the accounts of Indian Air Force from Royal Air Force base accounts. This office was relocated in July 1966 to its present location at Subrata Park, New Delhi. The role of this unit is to maintain the individual running ledger accounts of all Air Force personnel. AFCAO is maintaining approximately 1,95,000 individual running ledger accounts and is also managing a corpus of rupees 8,500 crores. AFCAO has achieved a historic milestone by launching e-payment of salaries, popularly known as Centralized Disbursement System. Further in line with Prime Minister's Digital India initiative, AFCAO has launched indigenously developed mobile-compatible website on Air Force Cellular Network. For the past 75 years, AFCAO has served the Indian Air Force on all accounting avenues, which has directly resulted in enhancing the morale of the Air Force personnel and in turn enhancing the operational capability of the Indian Air Force. For the unstinted contribution to the operational efficiency of the Indian Air Force in an op support role, the Air Force Central Accounts Office is being awarded the Chief of the Air Staff Unit Citation. Air Force Central Accounts Office. The award is being received by the Air Officer Commanding Air Commodore Ashok Saini, Vishisht Seva Medal, and Master Warrant Officer Ram Kumar.
Chief of the Air Staff will now address the parade.
Chief of the Defence Staff, General Bipin Rawat, Chief of the Naval Staff, Admiral Karamveer Singh, Chief of the Army Staff, General Manoj Naravne, AOC-NC Western Air Command, Air Marshal Chaudhary, senior officers from Ministry of Defence and the three services, defence attaches of friendly foreign countries, distinguished guests, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. On the 88th anniversary of the Indian Air Force, I extend my best wishes and welcome you all to this event. At the outset, I commend all the air warriors on parade for your immaculate turnout and precise drill moments. Your impressive performance is indicative of your discipline, high morale, and pride in the uniform that you don. I congratulate all the award winners also for their exemplary achievements. My compliments to the AOC-NC WAC and AOC Hindon for organizing this parade in spite of the ongoing op commitments and the severe restrictions because of COVID protocols. Good show and well done. As we enter the 89th year, the IAF is undergoing a transformational change. We are entering an era which will redefine the way we employ aerospace power and conduct integrated multi-domain operations. I feel greatly honored to command this elite force with extremely committed and determined air warriors who continue to strive for excellence in every mission. On behalf of these men and women in blue, I acknowledge with gratitude the invaluable contributions of our esteemed veterans who handed down a legacy built on valor, sacrifice, and pioneering spirit. I also pay homage to our fallen braves who made the supreme sacrifice in the line of duty. Today, we again renew our pledge to preserve the rich legacy and pass it on to the generations ahead. Ladies and gentlemen, this year has indeed been an unprecedented one. As the novel coronavirus spread rapidly across the globe, our nation's response was firm And IF on its part instituted various proactive measures to counter the spread and minimize the disruption in our functioning. The tenacity and resolve of our air warriors ensured that the IF continued to retain its capability and capacity to undertake full-scale operations throughout this period. In fact, we deployed our transport and helicopter aircraft promptly during the lockdown to support COVID-19 tasks, pan-India as well as abroad, wherein we flew almost 750 hours, including many missions to bring back stranded Indians across the globe. The evolving threat matrix in our region is becoming complex, ranging from aspirational adversaries with huge investment in military arsenal to those collusively supported by non-state actors, apart from growing subconventional threats emanating from terrorism and cyberspace. Disruptive technologies and easy access to low-cost options like drones are increasingly demanding greater attention to the subconventional domain. I would like to commend all air warriors for the quick response in the recent standoff on our northern frontiers. When we deployed our combat assets at short notice to handle any eventuality and provided proactive support to all the requirements of deployment and sustenance for the Indian Army. We have clearly demonstrated our resolve, our operational capability, and the will to effectively engage the adversary should the need arise. The emerging security scenario mandates a greater need to have a strong air force to fight across domains across the entire spectrum of the warfare. Our vision for this decade is to continue to comprehensively scale up our combat capability and be a force to reckon with across the entire sphere of influence. Through careful force structuring, modernization, operational training, and acquisition of indigenous equipment to achieve substantial self-reliance. The recent induction of state-of-art Rafale, Chinook, and Apache aircraft have added significantly to our combat capability over our adversaries in the battlefield. Our offensive strike capability has been honed further with upgradations of our aircraft, with weapon systems and sensors, ably supported by a networked decision-making matrix. We have a large strategic airlift capability comprising of IL-76s, C-17s, and C-130s, and have also significantly enhanced our heli-lift capabilities with our helicopter inductions. With Atmanirbharta as the backdrop and the bedrock, IF has been rapidly shifting to indigenous equipment. The LCA, ALH, Netra AW&C, Akash surface-to-air missile systems, Astra air-to-air missile, BrahMos, ISCCS networked environment, and a range of indigenous radars are many successes of our home industry which are already operational in the Indian Air Force today. In the next few years, we'll induct 83 LCA Mark 1A, STT-40, medium lift transport aircraft, many indigenous SAMs, radars, and numerous weapon systems. We are fully committed to the development of the 5th generation fighter aircraft on our own, more AEWCs, UCAVs, and a host of ISR options in the future. With the help of private sector, IF has already graduated to an electronic maintenance management system for all our flying platforms and combat assets. This is virtually the world's largest such maintenance monitoring system across various types of platforms and the numbers. And our target now is to achieve enhanced automation and paperless workflow by this year end through projects on nearly all operational, administrative, and maintenance aspects of the Indian Air Force with the help of our indigenous industry. For the future, we have initiated processes for developing indigenous combat systems with 6th generation technologies, including directed energy weapons, smart wingman concept, optionally manned combat platforms, swarm drones, hypersonic weapons, to name a few. The space domain is likely to become increasingly important in the future years, and this has been given the required thrust. I want all air warriors to understand the importance of the decade ahead and work proactively towards making Indian Air Force the engine of growth of our indigenous aerospace industry. The creation of CDS and DMA have been a landmark step towards increasing tri-service effectiveness, coordination, and overall combat capabilities of the armed forces. We are working proactively towards setting up of joint command structures. The formation of Air Defense Command is spearheading the envisaged tri-service commands, and it will further optimize all available air defense resources and supported with a robust decision-making structure. And this is at an advanced stage. Despite the COVID constraints, IF carried out enhanced air maintenance efforts for the Army, paramilitary organizations, and civil organizations in challenging conditions. We also responded swiftly and surely to all calls of humanitarian assistance and disaster relief on a number of occasions. Our transport and helicopter assets have flown extensively in providing flood relief during cyclones and for airlifting relief material for our friendly foreign countries. My congratulations to all air warriors for the achievements of Indian Air Force, which would not have been possible without your sincere and dedicated efforts. We must never forget that it is the contribution of every member as part of a cohesive team that ensures victory during war and in every mission during peace. Our culture and ethos is built around teamwork, and this must be firmly ingrained in your mind. It will help you to overcome temptation, if any, to seek personal glory while in service or beyond. I want our capability and culture to reflect in each Air Warrior's action, in your walk, in your talk, and in every mission that you perform. On this solemn occasion, let us all rededicate ourselves to work actively towards transforming Indian Air Force into a force that is lean and formidable, and above all, self-reliant. The Indian Air Force is grateful for the nation's trust, confidence, and support. On behalf of all Air Warriors, I would like to assure the nation that the Indian Air Force will evolve and be ever ready to safeguard our nation's sovereignty and interests in all circumstances. Jai Hind.
National anthem. You all are requested to rise and sing along.
अब राष्ट्रगान होगा। आपसे अनुरोध है कि आप अपने स्थान पर खड़े हो जाएं एवं राष्ट्रगान गाएं।
राष्ट्रगान सुरक्षित
वायुसेना दिवस परेड के अवसर पर अपने उद्बोधन में एयर चीफ मार्शल आर के भदौरिया वायुसेना अध्यक्ष, उन्होंने न केवल वर्तमान की प्राथमिकताओं की ओर इशारा किया बल्कि भविष्य की जो वायुसेना की प्राथमिकताएं हैं, जो चुनौतियां हैं, उनका भी संकेत दिया। और चाहे कितनी भी चुनौतियां आए भारतीय वायुसेना के सामने, पिछले वर्षों में भी रही हैं, वर्तमान समय में भी हैं और आगे भी रहेंगी, लेकिन उनका पूरे संकल्प जीवट जिजीविषा के साथ सामना किया है हमारे बहादुर जवानों ने।
निशान को ले जाओ। परेड सलामी चल।
Nishan Toli, under the command of Squadron Leader Shivangi Rajawat, now marching off the parade ground.
वायुसेना दिवस परेड को खास पहचान दिला रही है ये निशान टोली। परंपरा के तौर पर वर्दीधारी इसे सैल्यूट करते हैं और सामान्य जन इसके सम्मान में खड़े होते हैं। पहली बार 1 अप्रैल 1954 को भारत के प्रथम राष्ट्रपति डॉक्टर राजेंद्र प्रसाद ने भारतीय वायुसेना द्वारा राष्ट्र की सेवा और सम्मान के मद्देनजर कलर्स प्रदान किए थे। विशेष अवसरों पर इसे बड़े गर्व, गौरव और सम्मान से प्रदर्शित किया जाता है। खास बात यह है कि 1 अप्रैल 1954 को ही एयर मार्शल सुब्रतो मुखर्जी ने भारतीय वायुसेना के प्रथम भारतीय कमांडर इन चीफ का पदभार भी ग्रहण किया था।
It is customary that whenever the Nishan Toli passes by or marches past in front of the spectators on any such special occasion as it is today, all personnel rise in its honor and all personnel in uniform salute it. Colors, a mark of honor, were presented to the Indian Air Force by the first President of India, Dr. Rajendra Prasad, on 1st of April 1954 in recognition of its service to the nation. Colors, therefore, are highly revered and are displayed with due fanfare and honor only on special occasions like today. The presentation of the colors to the Indian Air Force on 1st of April 1954 coincided with yet another landmark. It was on this day that Air Marshal Subrata Mukherjee, Order of British Empire, took over as the first Indian Commander-in-Chief of the Indian Air Force.
निशान टोली परेड स्थल से प्रस्थान करते हुए नेतृत्व स्क्वाड्रन लीडर शिवांगी राजावत के हाथों में। निशान टोली में उनके अलावा 5 अन्य जवान भी शामिल जो परेड स्थल से प्रस्थान कर रहे हैं।